Imagine you just bought a new bookcase. What kind of person are you? Do you read all the instructions or your user manual? Or do you go with the flow and follow your intuition in order to build it? Because this could say a lot about how you should approach grammar rules when you learn a language. The cognitive styles that we're going to analyze today are systematic versus intuitive. Now, these two styles are styles that really relate to our way to process information, making decisions, and so on. And whenever we learn a language, they are extremely important because they define how we should really think about the language and how we will find it easier to learn the language. There's no language method that's good enough for you unless it follows your unique cognitive profile, as we know very well. So with Genius in 21 Days, what we do is to analyze your cognitive profile in order to help you learn anything the way it's more natural for you. Now, today we're going to analyze these two styles, and to let you understand the difference, I used the example of the manual of instructions. Why? Because a systematic thinker, so someone that has a systematic cognitive style, will be very focused on reading the instruction in that case, so following things, exploring the world step by step, analyzing things in a context of a system, okay? That's why it's called systematic. And I imagine them always going ahead, like one step at a time, and creating a structured way of thinking. An intuitive cognitive style instead is the thinking style, the cognitive style, in which people think the way, like, they go with where their feelings take them, their intuition takes them. And if you give them something too structured, they may really struggle. Now, as usual, both these cognitive styles have some advantages, because if you are a systematic thinker, then the advantage is that you can really follow procedures in a certain way. You can approach the world in a very ordered manner that creates a system that you can play with. It's more replicable and also allows you to process things one step at a time. On the other side, being more intuitive also has great advantages because it helps you to be a quick thinker, usually in terms of finding new solutions, having more creative thinking, following your intuition in a more global way, which is amazing. Of course, as usual, both the styles also bring their risks, so we always need to pay attention. Today, what I want to focus on is really how to face the learning a language, okay? So whenever you want to learn a language, grammar is the huge monster that we do need to learn. And there are some theories that say, no, listen, forget about grammar, just do vocab, that will be enough. Not true. I mean, I'm a bit of a grammar freak, so I would say no way to that. But on the other side, I understand what the point is there, because on the other side, the other school was, okay, study a lot of grammar rules, but never use the language. And so, of course, when that's the case, you are not able to learn the language properly, because you will end up, and this happens, for example, a lot in Italy when we study English, like you end up knowing tons of rules, you know exactly all the 4 kinds of conditional tense, blah, 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 but then you need to talk and you are not able to do it because grammar doesn't make the language. It's part of it, but it's not the whole language. So when you are a systematic thinker, grammar needs to be approached in a way that's systematic. So, for example, as a systematic cognitive style, you need to know where that thing fits into the jigsaw puzzle. So, for example, I'm very systematic in terms of languages. So I need to understand, okay, now I'm studying this kind of tense, but what are the other possibilities? Where can I put it? How do I need to construct it? What are the exceptions? How do I do it? So in a very systematic way, and having that kind of knowledge before facing the sentence helps me to create the sentence in a better way. And that's how I process the language. On the other side, someone that's more intuitive, if you give them a lot of grammar rules to learn, even if you put them in context, even if you explain them as well as you can, most of the times it will just be, they will feel overwhelmed because no matter how simple you can be in a language, there's always going to be so many rules. And the intuitive thinker needs more freedom. It needs to to approach it in a different way. What is the way? The way is more practical things. For example, if you're an intuitive thinker, what should you do with a language? Create sentences, talk, then look at the mistakes that you made, and from there deduce basically the rule, the mistake. Why is it a mistake? Because, for example, that works for me in more ahead in the language. So at the beginning, I'm very systematic. Once I've done that, then I can go back to the other. I can move to a more intuitive style. But for example, I had a friend some time ago that wanted to learn English, and he really struggled a lot. But why? Because he was trying to use a systematic approach, but he was extremely intuitive. So he was just hitting against this wall and thinking, oh my God, I'm not able, I can't, blah, 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 blah. At a certain point, he realized that he was more intuitive, and he changed completely the approach to language, and he started just focusing on the language, on using the language, using. And by using it and observing, because it's not enough to use it, but observing what was different between what he was saying and what someone else was saying, he managed to understand how to use the language better. So what am I saying with this? That you need to understand how you are. Because now I made the example with languages, but it's the same thing when you talk about scientific concepts, for example. There are some people that need to understand all the rules in order to be able to do the exercise. Others that start from the exercise, and once they've done the exercise, they can come up with the rules, okay? So we need to process the information in the way that's most natural for us. Then, as I always say, once you understand what's more natural for you and you know how to use it, you also need to be able to adjust in case a task requires a style that's different from yours. And that's why a Genius in 21 Days will help you to do that. So we help you to understand how you work, but also how to use another style that's not really your natural one in order to meet the expectation or to complete the task that you have, and so on. So, are you the one that reads all the instructions, or are you the one that builds without reading instructions? I would really feel if you had to read the instructions. According to that, that's one example, of course, but that says already a lot about your approach to processing information. Once you understand that, processing concepts, reading a book, understanding information and learning a language, but any kind of subject that requires you to think and structure information, you will be able to do it in a more natural way for us. So start understanding how you are. If you have a doubt, ask us if you can get one of our assessments so that we can help you understand how you work, and we can help you tailor your learning method to your unique cognitive profile. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video.